Hello. Um, Hi. I did not plan on recording a video today. But as you know, I am not on anybody's schedule. I record when I feel it and when I want to. So, hence recording today. Um, I have like a great story. I think it's a great story. So, I was having coffee with a friend. A woman I used to work with at the community foundation. I was having coffee with her, and we were at this. It's like a French bakery cafe, a little French cafe, and it's got a lot of seating in an open space, and then there's a little side room that's got like maybe 4 or 5 tables, but it's a quieter space, also not as cold as the as the main space. So we were back there. We were the only ones back there. And then this woman came and she had her laptop and she was sitting at one of the other tables. Anyway, my friend and I are talking, and we had already been there a while, and really it was time for us both to leave. She had to go to a meeting. I'm not sure, I know my meter was overdue. Anyway, so we were, trying to wrap up, and she had asked me about like what was going on with me. And I was talking about, still looking, and but also talking about how I'm recording these videos and I love it. And I was saying a bunch of stuff, as I am prone to do. I do a lot of talking and I say a lot of stuff. Anyway, we're just talking. I'm saying things. The woman over at the other table, the stranger, the woman who we don't know, chimes in. Uh-huh. That's right. She chimes in. Now, mind you, it's a small space. Of course, she can hear our conversation. But usually people don't say anything. They don't, jump into the conversation. She jumped into the conversation. And when I tell you, I love this woman for jumping into the conversation. I mean, I told her that in a moment. I was like, first off, you jumping into our conversation is everything. And I love you. And I love it. Because when I tell you, first of all, let me just, first, let me say this. Child, God is so good. Whew, honey. I know I'm acting like the woman offered me a job or something. That did not happen. But my friend that I was with, she said, like we walked and when we left, we were both like, what just happened? What just happened? And my friend was like, God just winked at you. God clearly had to use that woman to talk to you. And I was like, I know. This woman, this stranger, after hearing us talk, she says, as if she had been talking with us the whole time. She just like jumped right in where there was a break. She was like, keep making the videos. If the video, she's like, let me tell you, if the videos are making you happy, keep making the videos and keep up with your contract work. And my friend and I kind of turned like, okay, and you are, and why are you in our conversation? But when I tell you, so God sent. She was like, keep up with the videos, keep up with your contract work. She was like, I was listening to you. She's like, I was listening to you. She said, first of all, she's like, your voice fills this room. Okay. You know, I took that as a compliment. She's like, your voice fills this room. She's like, you have an energy. Really, I wish I had recorded. I wish I had recorded it. She was like, you have an energy about you. She said, your voice fills this room. I can just tell by how you speak, like you are meant to like be speaking, like you are going to use your voice. Y'all, y'all, y'all. Look, I would. My friend and I both were like, oh my gosh. Like this woman, it was. Okay, I'm not going to go as far. I'm not going to go as far and say this woman was starting to prophesy. I'm not going that far because that's not what it was. You gotta. That's not what it was. Um, but definitely, because anybody that knows me knows I don't think things happen by chance. No, no way. That was all meant. That one was supposed to sit in the back. We were sitting in the back. She was back. Like it was all meant. She was meant to hear our conversation, and God used her to talk to me. I'm going with that. Look, y'all, when I tell you, first of all, when I tell you that my friend and I, when we walked out there, I said this already, but we were both like, oh my God. I was like, oh, I have chills. And she was like, I know I do too. And I don't even, like, I don't think I'm doing it anywhere justice to what happened because I don't think I could. It was so awesome. It was so awesome and amazing. And so my friend and I, we were both like, oh my gosh, what just happened? We have chills. My friend and I, we done hugged twice while we're outside trying to leave each other, like, oh my gosh. She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, because, her language is God winked at you. She's like, that was a God wink. She's like, oh my gosh. She's like, if you ever had doubts before, God was just confirming things for you. And I was like, I know. Okay, really. So I had to get on here. I had to get on here. I had to get on here and I had to share that because it was, hmm, there just aren't a lot of words for it. When I tell you I got my car and was like so thankful and I may have cried, whatever, I may have cried, whatever. Because I was just like undone. I was just like, I don't, because let me tell you, when it's clear that God has given a word to somebody else for you, that's meant specifically for you. That's way too. That'd be like too. That's always too much for me. I'd be like, that's too much. Like God, why are you thinking about me? I know, I know, I know. So yeah, like so now, hence recording a video because it brings me joy, and so I'm gonna keep doing it. And like you already know, like I wasn't concerned about, I'm not concerned. Like for somebody that is running out of money, we don't have that much money left in our checking account, like running out of money. I have some contract work coming up, but it's a little bit here and a little bit there. Um, they certainly aren't full time, they're not replacing anybody's full time dollars. You know, I don't know. I'm just out here trying to, you know, trying to be used of God and let Him guide me. And I'm just like, I'm chill. Like, okay, like, do I have something? Like, yes. Like, was I last night in bed thinking, okay, we're running out of money. Here's what our option, like, here's what our options are. Yes, of course I was. Don't be like, of course. Like, I have to be thinking about what things that we're gonna do, of course. But I'm also like, it will work out because it always works out. God always has us. God always has my back. God always works out. So here's what I'm going to leave you with. Don't get discouraged. Mm, don't get discouraged when it feels like things aren't going your way, when it feels like you're getting to the end, when it feels like I don't know what I'm supposed to do and I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. Like don't get discouraged and if ask God for guidance and direction. If you need it, He'll give it to you. I've asked God, like, tell me, like, show me something. Um, and then He did. And I'm just like out here trusting. That's the other thing. That's the hard part, is really the trusting. It's hard. But don't lose faith, don't lose hope, and just like be good. Like be good. Really, this is what I'm gonna leave you with. Here's the thing. Sometimes all you have to do is look back over your life, right? I mean, I can look back over my life and see that God has always had me. things have always worked out, always worked out. Have I been scared? Oh yeah. Have I felt like my back has been against the wall? Just true. But it has always worked. It has always worked. It has always worked out. And so, as you know, I come on here and I share. I just try to be vulnerable. I share some positivity. I try to share some words. I try to be, optimistic. I try to be motivated. Like, and that's what I'm doing. So until next time, which will be later this week, and I'm interviewing my last sister, my final sister to interview that is supposed to happen later this week. So be looking to that. I'll try not to record again until then, but I can't make no guarantees. All right, be well.